What was the for today? What is the objective? You are always setting the objective. What is the objective for online students? Am I audible? Good morning, guys. Online.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what's the plan for today? Only to go for a volleyball or a cricket? What is it? What is the plan for today? Tell me.
Video.
Today I thought I'll complete this KPA design. Listen to me carefully. Go through the reports. Discuss in the class. That is going to be your assignment second attempt. Okay. Each group is supposed to prepare for 5 persistence based on the model which I will teach. Primary, you cannot more than that, your most, but you must do what I do, at least minimum. Why? Do the position will not be traditional positions like HR, marketing, finance, and all. Something like supply chain, artificial intelligence, program manager, something complicated. Okay, because I've already sent you a report all of it, which is all of you got it, I suppose. Online students, have you got the WhatsApp message group message?
Yes, sir. We received.
Actual carry KPI prepared for a company for 7-8 weeks. Okay. So based on that or similar to that, you guys are supposed to prepare for 5 weeks. And your target date is also, I suppose. When is this target date? Jan 15 days.
21st. Excuse me.
Come, please come, please come. Okay. Okay, so with that we start the class. Now, what do you mean by carry KPI? We are not going to use this one today. All of you have got it right. I'll use the board to write. What do you mean by carry KPI?
Key responsible areas, key performance indicators.
What does it mean? Why do you need it? For more jargon? You know, we are all busy today using many jargons. Sir, come and switch it up. Not this screen I want empty, sir. Okay. Why? Somebody said key research area, key performance area. Online students, am I audible? And change the place. Am I audible or not audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. It's audible. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Then only I stand accordingly. Okay, now we talked about KRA. Is it one more jargon? Terminology? Or it's really makes difference? It makes difference.
Sir,
Yeah.
I
don't know. Probably somebody can come to write it on. Today we will not use the this one. Who will write? Who can write? Please go to the next one.
We got it.
You got it, huh? I quickly can only write it.
Thank you.
So that board doesn't.
This is project. This one or that?
Okay, this is projects.
That they'll be able to see. They'll
Like
not
the
be able to see.
online students.
Online. I'll just check.
They're not- this board will not be the-
We'll just try this.
So our care goes for a task one in fixing this one. Look at me, right? Okay, now when they are fixing it, we'll look. No, is it really important or it's one more time? Thank you. And it's really one of the hardcore transformational strategies. When I say so, why do I say so? Like we discussed many times in the class, many times the new trainee who takes up a job, within 6 months, he or she is not happy. The company is not happy. Right? Now, average, we were discussing the other day, the average life of a new CEO was getting appointed is 7 to 9 months. Anyway, they appoint the CEO with all pamper and things like that, good salary, things like that. After 6 months only, the marriage is not lasting, and then either the employee is paying in case of subsidy. In case of lateral appointment, like head finance, head marketing, head supply chain, also very far. So, Fourth, the worst point is expatriate failure is more than 50%. You know who is an expatriate, right? All the companies are essentially now multinational, international, global. So they have to send people from here to there. So in that case, it is little more complicated than appointing domestic. In that case, if the failure rate is too high, 50% is too much. No, who is responsible? Now you are getting the point, right? The issue, what is the need? Why we are talking about KI is important. Not just like that, we like it, it's a good, bad, good job. It's important because entry level employees are there's a mismatch. And the COO level for the last 1 or 2 years, the lifespan is not even clear. Expatriate failure. And all the lateral appointment also goes for a task. What could be the reason for this? I given you 4 examples, right? These are the problems we are facing today. And like I said, HR should address the problem, right? Not that HR is only doing a transaction kind of activity. If you want to be really, our first word is, if you want to be allowed in HR, you have to be genuinely helping the company to achieve and solve the problem, and thereby grow. Now, how HR can solve this problem? In this, can HR solve this problem or not? Yes. You can. HR is already recruiting. HR already onboarding people. HR is giving all sorts of pep talks, policies and CPs and everything, right? Other than that, what HR can? Will HR will be accountable for solving this problem or yes or no? Yes. How? Who is HR or other people? HR is not only HR department. HR includes top management, HR, line manager, everybody. The HR co-competent guys are obviously the facility. Now, how they can do this? I want 10 points from you guys. I give you 4 problems. On the 4 issues, what kind of damage it gives the company? Can you imagine?
One is resource management, second is
Cost management. Okay. Sir, what is the first one you said?
resource.
What do you mean? When you said resource and cost management, what do you mean?
Resources like you have a set of employees. So suppose if you have
You can write there. Okay. You can write, madam. So you don't have to use this, you have to type there.
no sir.
No, I can write.
Oh, it will come there. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, now the 4 reasons you have written, you can write down. One is that employees not satisfied. Attrition takes place. Okay, that's what we are talking about. No? The failure in onboarding itself. What would be the reason? Yeah, not satisfied. Number 2. What is the next point? Attrition is high. Company objectives are not achieved. Right? These are the theoretical statements. Practical 4 statements we have given. What are the 4 statements? New employee, old employee, COO, expatriate. You can write out marks. New employee, COO level, expatriate. What could be the damages because of this? It's a minor damage. It's a major. Can we afford to ignore this thing? No, right? And as much as you are giving importance to branding, marketing, segmenting, technology, new products, those are very good, much needed. But you've done everything very well. You got the product, you got the branding, you got everything. If you do all those things, will you be able to survive? So that means there is a good chance for HR guys to address this issue. Correct? Are we agreeable to that one? Now, how do you address? Where do you start? That's why I thought today we'll not go through that. Where do we start? Where are you writing, madam? You have to be quick. Company objectives not achieved. Number 4, all 3-4 failures. Write down 3-4 failures. You know the failures, right? 3 failures. Don't worry, huh? Your handwriting is very good. 3 failures. Meaning by that, CO failure, expatriate failure. If you can remember it right now. Now, which is going to give us tangible problem to the company, though you are too good at other things. The other day, like we talked about people first. If the people are not there, right? People are not satisfied, attrition is taking place, and then your company goals are not achieved because of that. Now, how do you address? Where do we start? What HR function you do? Because we are studying HR.
by clearly defining the objectives and the goals of the,
Okay.
create work-life balance.
Let him complete by clearly defining the.
Defining the objectives and the HR functions or the HR, the guidelines should be in line with the strategy of the vision of the company. And with specifically each department wise, they have to clearly define the KRIs and KPIs.
That is what last quarter, so that's what we are talking. All the things background. Now we come to the class. So okay, now what is this is a problem right on this side, parallel side. The problem is what? Like a doctor, role clarity, no role clarity, expectations not matching, right on matter. Like a doctor, you diagnose, no? You got a general problem, then you got into specific problem. What is the specific problem? There's no role clarity. There is no expectation of matching. What you thought, what I'm talking. What else? Then you can put in ambiguity in the job description on KRA. Now you are getting to the next level, right? Online students, are you able to see? Read. See, is writing on the board. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My voice is audible, right? If it's not audible, please let me know. And you people also start talking in between so that we'll all get charged. Otherwise, we will send the bill to you for the tea for all of us. We are 50 people are here. You guys are enjoying there, sitting at home having a tea. So you have to pay for our tea, right? Right, man? Good deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then they are not saying yes. Now probably this they are not listening. Okay, guys. Now the problem is, role clarity is not there. Expectations of what the employer wants and employer wants, what the role wants are not clear. Okay, and it resulted in a lot of ambiguity in this. Now, how do you go about it? Are we there? Where we started the problem issue, and all of us, we know it's very, very important. I'll tell you, HR guys, that's only this thing now. They don't do any other function. The HR director deserves 1 crore.
Sir, one moment, sir. We are not able to see that other part of the written on the board.
The camera is adjustable.
Achha.
Yeah, it should be adjusted.
Yes, he will keep adjusting. Don't worry. In any case, I'm talking to you, so you will keep adjusting.
Keep behind, no?
Okay, see,
And somebody helped.
somebody has been.
Yeah.
No, I took it behind the.
He has to write, yeah. Yes, he has to keep on adjusting.
Yeah.
Both of you can take a chair and sit here if you want. No problem. You guys are only, I know.
I think.
Okay, now it's okay. The problem we already told. Expectations not matching,
Yeah,
no
it's
role
very-
clarity.
Yes,
ambiguous
perfect.
job description. Now, how do you go about it? Do you think this is happening? Okay, the next question. Do you think this problem is there in all your company?
Yes,
To what extent? 50%, 60%, 80%?
30.
It's around 50%.
50%.
And can we afford 50% at the middle and senior level? You cannot. So if the HR guys can only take, that's what I want you. I send you the report. I charge 5 lakhs rupees for it. For 15 days. For an actual company, for a pharma company, you return that proper KRA so that you go through it, you will also make a presentation. Now it's coming back to the class 1. Now how do you go?
Define the role.
No.
How do you go about it?
Right, now we know the problem, now we are supposed to.
At least you know, okay, now you know the importance, right, of importance and problem. You know the importance, you know the priority. You cannot afford to, I'm doing HR, I'm doing recruitment, I'm doing attendance, I'm doing payroll, all those things are doing it. But if this is not done, nothing is done. That is the priority, that is the importance. Now, how do you do it?
Before I would describe
Step,
it.
step 1, step 2.
You should follow the individual. For
Okay.
example, now it is related to resourcing or talent. So you should
Okay.
attack that.
Okay, let us take one first. Let's take your own post, HR head, for example, HR.
It's
You want a partner HR head for a XY company. Which company? IT company, manufacturing, retail. When I say company, it matters a lot. It's not HR essential. You want to decide that HR head for X company. Manufacturing, IT, research, you decide. Well, okay, you decided for HR head, right on matter. HR head for that. And once it's clear, you click a photo and then wipe it out and again you can do it. Now there is a post, apparently people think there's a need for an HR. Okay, now how do you go about it? Normally what you do, there are standard, Google will give you HR, this thing you're responsible for, this thing you're responsible for, that, blah, 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 all those kind of things, it goes. And then you probably advertise or you get through some people applications and then some high-fi people sit through 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds of interview, select it, and again all those things goes for a failure. This is the practice which is happening. Now, how will you change?
You should ideally have a perfect JD for that particular.
Okay.
Role. For example, if you are defining a role,
Yeah, good point.
then you should have a clear cut JD for that.
Okay. Now there are 4 steps. He texted. He said, JD, I will start with job analysis first,
Yeah.
JD second, job specification third, KRA fourth, KPA. These 5 steps you have to go. If you are able to do the 5 steps, you have to. Job analysis, job description, job specification, KRA, KPA. Now, since you decided to go for this HR, what is the job analysis for this? Online students, I hope you are all on the same line, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the job analysis for us? The target is that we don't want to get into the criticism which I might not. We want to make sure that the company is going to achieve because of HR. Because I'm going to have a clear-cut KRA. How will I do it? That's what we're doing. Right. Now, the first part is job analysis for HR. How will you do it? For everything I've been telling you, you have to have a methodology, process, approach, right? That's what I've been telling you. Now, how will the job analysis? That would be process. You think about the job, what is the job contains, needs in terms of
Skills.
knowledge, skills, KSA, AC, the right short form. Knowledge, skill, attitudes, abilities, competence. Instead of writing full, if you can write full, it's okay, otherwise put it. Definitely, she has to be given double increment, right? Okay, movement. You made me separately, okay? I'll make you the topper of the class, right? Knowledge, skill, attitudes, ability, competence. Some framework use. Now, what is the knowledge here? The HR guy is supposed to have a knowledge about the human resources practices. The HR post, I'm not talking about the guy. The HR post requires knowledge about human resources practices. Okay, the HR position, since it's the manufacturing, the HR position also requires knowledge about labor law extensively. In case of IT company, may not be extensive labor law, maybe extensive HR, maybe extensive international relations, international relations. But if it's since it's a manufacturing company, the knowledge requires is more practice about HR and also more in-depth knowledge about the labor laws and
Labor law for that particular.
because we are talking about manufacturing. So that's what, see, you don't make mistake and in any one place. Okay, that's knowledge. What is the skill set? Think systematically, it'll be easy for you. What is the skill set? What is the skill set needs for HR head for a manufacturing company?
That person should know about that product, how the process aligns from.
I'm talking knowledge we already covered. Now I'm talking about skill, negotiation skill, persuasion skill. Is he able to negotiate with the union, negotiate with the management, negotiate with the people, persuade the people. Okay, that's second. What is the A attitude? To feel for workmen, right? Not that worker are all bad, this and that, or I cannot work with the technical savvy, I cannot work with the outsource. So the attitude wise, technical savvy, more closer to the workman. You should be job interest, yeah, more closer to workman. Or I can't say that I'm an old guy, I know how to deal with union, I will not use any of the technology. So that kind of, or I will not work with a team. Team player is also not. So this job contains more of a team player attitude, more of a technical savvy attitude. Okay, sir. And what are the abilities and competencies discussed? So if you think in that line, it becomes easy for you. What could be the competence? What could be the abilities? Competency abilities could be, can he understand the business? He should be able to see outside the business. Not only HR marketing, HR training and all. This guy, this post requires ability to see the competency. What is the competency? What is the knowledge and competency? Competency is what? Somebody dances very well. Somebody sings very well, right? Somebody is good at the presentation. Somebody is too good at communicating. Correct. So the competencies for what here? This competency could be the ability to see the general business, cross-functional business, understand the crafts of business, competency to have a strong interpersonal relationship. Are you clear? Are you writing? I'm not able to write. It goes on, right?
Like here, I don't have this.
So you can take a photo and click remove and move, keep moving on. Okay. Okay, whatever you can do. Done. So somebody can help her also. Yeah. So I talked about, when you talk about job analysis, probably that is a main source. I think 2 members needed that. I don't mind 2 of you taking a chair and sitting.
So this is not working.
Oh, that you have to find. Okay, now when we talked about step number 1 is job analysis. I hope you remember. 1 is knowledge. We talked about knowledge. Skill set, we talked about it. Okay. Attitude, we talked about it. Competencies, we talked about it. Interpersonal relation competency, cross-functional knowledge. All those, this is the job analysis of the post. Are you clear? Now, what will be the job description for this post?
Job description would be ability to communicate with cross-functional teams, because
Okay.
that is the ability. Job description.
Job analysis of what the job contains. Okay, generally and broadly. Job description is it's an extension of job analysis. It may be sometimes overlapping also. Like for example, this guy is supposed to be responsible for running the whole HR function. This position is responsible for running all the HR function to be a business partner. Number 1. Number 2, reporting to whom? This guy will be reporting to managing director, but he's also supposed to work with a full team. Okay. He will be assisted with also team. Right? And this all will come under your job description. Again, this is on ABCD only. But this has to be done to have a clear-cut career. Now, are we clear with job analysis and job description? Clear? Now, the 3rd is job specification. What is job specification? Job specification is the person specification. What kind of person you are looking for based on J and JD? Are you looking for a person with experience in IT industry? Or a person looking with the manufacturing industry? Right. So job specification talks about, now you are coming down to, it makes your life easy. You have a clear-cut JA, you have a clear-cut JD. Probably it makes your must. I always use the word called must and wants. You'll be clear with what is a must and need in software. Probably the qualification may be same. EMBA and HR, something like that. Here probably you look for an additional or must qualification later on. Preferably large graduate you're looking for. That becomes your job specification. Then experience wise, it makes a lot of difference. You want somebody with 10 years, 15 years experience in manufacturing industry or maybe in the same sector. Maybe in automobile only, maybe in engineering only, maybe in textile only. See, here itself we can make a mistake. Normally, people will go for HR means everybody can, any HR guy with 20 years of experience in big industry will apply. Probably this guy doesn't have any exposure to textile. Or nowadays we are talking everything in types of HR is totally connected to business. When if it has to be connected to business, this guy should have worked in the same sector, right? If you're not working in pharmacy, maybe different level of HR. Maybe textile industry, different level of HR. Automobile may be different level. So you are looking for that kind of guy who's got an experience in that many years in that industry, manufacturing in that particular sector. So that becomes more the same. Then obviously you come with that, usually your age limit and then salary limit, HR, all those things will come under your, that becomes it. So now you are clear. 1, for getting HR head post, who will be able to have a job satisfaction. also to run this thing. The first job is to have a clear cut job analysis, JD and jobs. Are we clear with that one now? Right. Now this helps you to work out, okay, I've taken the guide with all those things. I got the right job analysis, I got the right job description, this will help me, the fourth one. This three helps me to have a competency-based selection. You know, right on the fourth one. If I have all the three correctly, my selection becomes easy. In other words, it's called competency-based selection and interview. If I know that I have to look for somebody with the experience in labor law, in the interview, I'll ask that question. I'll not ask 360 degree. Probably I'll not ask more about the college scorecard. The other way around. Suppose I want somebody HR for a consultancy, or McKinsey, or KPMG. There you want the best of the HR practice. There I will not even ask him anything about labor. So this helps me to have a clear-cut competency-based selection and interview. So now 1, 2, 3, 4 you did. You've taken the right guy. HR guy, right? Have you taken the right guy or not? Have you taken it or have you?
Yes.
This 3, 4, 1, we have done systematically, we've taken the right guy. Now this guy, unless you give him the right kind of whole clarity, he can go highway, or you can allow him to go highway, or he himself can get into complacency, or he himself can get into politics and groupism and things like that, because he doesn't know, no? That once in a while you call for a meeting, you talk, beat the bush around generally and things. Right. So that is where it's very clear for you to have a clear-cut KRA. Now I want all of you, before I go further, I sent you already one. Go to the position HR. Online student, WhatsApp I've already sent you, you can also come for some time. Go to the position, maybe fourth or fifth one. Read that 2-3 page document. All of you got it right? What is the page number? You can tell everybody. I think fifth position or fourth one. See. Which one? Fifth one?
Human resource engineer.
Yeah, just read it. Read that 2-3 pages number.
Then I'm not getting.
You have that document KRA.
Yes.
There are 4-5 positions. You scroll it down, there is a position for human resources in charge. Since we are talking that as an example,
Human resource engineer. Video is now page 23.
he says page 23.
23 talks about human resource engineer.
All of you got it, online student? Page number, I think it's probably 23.
Yes, sir.
Human resource in charge.
So this is the HR director, TRA, right?
Yeah. Maybe you could call it the head of the. You go through it, then you just. Done? Yeah, weightage is something. I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you. All of you are through now, online student. Have you just gone through, glance of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. Can we start discussion? Okay, no. What is KRA? What is KRA? KRA is a broader contribution area. Okay. Madam, come. Good job, sir.
Will do, sir.
You do, okay. Okay, he will take care of it, okay. What is KRA? The major contribution area could be what is written on this. recruitment. What are better ready?
Manpower, I think.
Manpower,
Budgeting.
They all called the scale, key business area. It could be in other words contribution area. So what is KPI?
Outcome of.
It has to be in numbers. Number one KPI, if you read through thoroughly, it has to have number, numerical, objective. No.
See that it has to be visible there.
That is it. Okay. Now here is too general contribution area. KPI has to be. What are the methods for fixing a KPI? Again, in our own instance. You use your own common sense, there has to be some method. I will not allow you your common sense now. I want you
There
some
should be some method.
method. What are the methods?
It should be aligned.
Yeah, the methods could be right on. One method is quantity, quality, cost. The achievement of KPI should be explained in terms of quantity, quality, cost, and time. For example, the HR head is to recruit. New division started, they are getting into new country, launching a new product. Some 40-50 people, top to middle, have to be appointed. So the 50 people to be appointed for getting into China is the quantity of target, right? The quantity of KPI is that 50 people to be appointed for China is a quantity of KPI. What is the cost? You cannot spend more than 10 lakh, 20 lakh in advertisement or social media or conducting interview. All those costs should not be more than that. Everywhere are we talking numbers or not?
Yes.
Quantity we talk about number, cost we are talking about number. Time is 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. Are you getting my point? So you are getting time. Quality is you should have conducted this post like having a proper JD, JP, KRA, KPA and having a Guru discussion, aptitude test. All those things should have been gone through, not like that since you given 2 months I appointed something. Does it make sense? So quality we talk about at least 5 of the quality parameters of aptitude test, Guru discussion, EMBA, IFL, all those tests should have been contacted. That talks about your quality. Quantity talked about. Time we talked about. We talked about the cost also. That's one way of fixing that. Okay. Yeah, quality has to be like quantity you are quantified, right? Time you are quantified. Cost you done. You are asking how you are quantifying the quality. Yeah, in this particular case, I said the 5 tests you have done.
So they should score this
Yeah,
particular.
so the candidate should have gone through aptitude test. Candidate should have gone through test level test. Candidate should have gone through the technical level. Or he should have gone through 3 levels of interview. Or the reference check should have been done. This is all quality parameters. Huh? So you give it this thing. Have you checked all the quality? Otherwise, you'll give somebody because you're HR. So now does it make sense? Do one methodology, go through quantity, quality. This is very extensively. If somebody uses this simple methodology, the other simple, very simple one which I say is must and wants. What is must? What is want? The second methodology, which I love, is must and want.
That is what KPI now, sir.
KPI fixation. All those things we are talking about, KPI fixation methods. I mean, we don't have any scope or any common sense, right? Common sense can be 10%, but we have to go with the framework, methodology, and all this. So must and must. Suppose you are appointing a finance guy. What is the must? The must should be more with more experience in finance. What could be more exposure in global? Or must is more exposure in global, not necessarily finance. So you must be able to differentiate while writing the KPI based on either quality or based on. So the third is there is always a trap. Everywhere we complicate. Especially in management, we learn something then we complicate it, we send that only academic, it doesn't serve really the management. When we talk about all KPI, you write down here also. How many KPIs are? How many? Yeah, if you see many companies including, they must have given some 20-30. Right? Meaning by what? Nothing is achieved. If I give you an order which is not compliable, So that will not get implemented. Now, third is in connection to the result of SWOT is in there. What is SWOT? Right now, third methodology is SWOT. SWOT is what? What is SWOT? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, something like that it goes. So you can, whenever you are writing a KPI, like a chemist, you have to use whether this is coming with all those tests. Otherwise, you'll end up in writing all JD, only you will come in KPIs. If you see most of the JD will be replicated again in the KPI. But if you go through this test, does it fall in like that? Now, for the other fourth one, SWOT is like, is it specific, is it measurable, is it achievable, is it realistic? I come to the point realistic and everything. I fix 20 KI, 3 pages. I go berserk. The other day I was sitting there, gone through the faculty performance of self-performance, it goes to 7 pages. I mean, having a look at it itself, you go mad. Okay, so again, you are creating a trap. Like I'm not giving a realistic order. I'm a boss, you are looking under me. If I say that climb up to, or you go to the airport within 2 hours by spending not more than 500 rupees, it may be an achievable order. You will complain, you will try to complain. If I say reach the airport in 20 minutes from here by spending 50 rupees, will you be able to do that? It will be only a document, right? I will bully you, you are bullying. Both of us cheating each other. Practically, right? What can I do if you don't reach? Because my the order itself is wrong. Right? So what I'm trying to say, again, these people have learned a lot of KRA KP is important, especially HR. They don't cover up with the numbers and they are so smart and the quality. The third big mistake, what they do is they write exhaustively. They should not write more than 4 or 5 lines. Okay. The moment you write 10, 20, you are not clear in what you want. You are beating the bush up. You limit the number of KRAs. Then I can catch you. Like I told you, you have to reach airport in 2 hours. Possible, right? I mean, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, it's for even 2 hours, little more question. Sometimes it's not possible, but still I am giving a clear cut order. So that can be possible once you don't tempted in writing too much. Writing too much is easy. Have you heard about 80-20?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everywhere. Upper hand, you don't need more than 2-3. If you have to write a CO KPA, what will you write? You write a thesis, right? I have people like me pay me 10 lakh rupees, write a thesis. We call a smart K Bhaskar and 3 points. How are you taking my turnover to this? What percentage? What growth rate? What sustainability? What new product, new market? What product, old market? What is attrition? Over? Correct? Am I right or not?
Yes.
The same thing you write because you CEO, you write a thesis. So the CEO will also play with you. 2 years time over, you will take crores of rupees in salary. About 1.5 years, then you have some veteran will take place. You will get extended another 6 months. You will go there. So now, that is why you have to be the Pareto principle. What is Pareto principle?
80-20.
What is 80-20? That is why, madam, I am coming to your meetings. Now I hope you are getting.
Actually, the 80-20 rule arises the unequal distribution of the wealth. Like for example, the 80% of wealth is vested in the 20% of people, and 20% of the people having the 80% of wealth. So there is unequal distribution of wealth. This concept is coming from 80-20 rule.
Now we are not talking about, we all understood the importance of KPA, but we are understanding even if you don't know how to professionally, scientifically fix in KPA, again that goes for waste. That's what we understand.
Yes.
Again, we talked about methodology. In that, I talked about Pareto principle. When I started the class, we got many words. Recruitment, training, compensation, engagement, competency mapping, all this. Maybe it's a 10 critical activities. Okay. Out of that, if the guy does this work, then equivalent to 100 marks. Okay, 10 activity. For example, your training and development, your operational process, your compliance, whatever you call it, 10 activities. For this, how much mark will be? KRA preparation and KPA preparation currently? Out of 100, you'll give equal 20, or you'll give 40-50% weightage to that. No, now you know HR function, no? You know recruitment, you know training, you know compensation, you know operation. Let's take 4-5. 4-5 you can have 100 weightage. 4-5 may be having 20 activities. This particular activity, how much weightage will be? That is why 80-20 comes. Give 20% of the activity which can impact 80% of the for our purpose. According to me, I mean, HR guy, if he does this one, it's sort of a class management. If he is able to clarify, correct KRA KPA using all this method, you understand, I understand what you want, what I want, what the company wants, all other things. I'm not saying don't do it. Even little here and there, it's okay. This will take care of everything. But if this is not there, you do everything. Best of employee engagement activities, you are all for outbound training, teamwork, this and that. Will it help you in any way? Not significantly. It will, but not. So that's what we call apply Pareto principle while giving a weightage. Why I'm saying that again? KPA fixation within HR, maybe the company to company, year-to-year changes. Like we all discussed life cycle planning. Life cycle planning. Or some companies in research, some company into manufacturing. So you will give weightage to more KRA will come in case of recruitment. In some companies, there will be no KPA in case of recruitment. There will be more on training and development, learning and development. In some cases, more on competency mapping. So we're taking the number of KRA, neither more nor less. Are you getting my point? Now, nowhere you have the chance to beat the bush. Company to company, year to year, Google may change, Facebook may change now. There won't KRA within the HR. Maybe that they are not, they are already in the process of reviewing people, right? 3 years back, they were giving joining bonus for attracting people to have been a major thing. Now, will it that be a weightage here? Now, it could be more re-strengthening, refocusing, or recompetencing the people to become one. So, you are thinking, don't get into KPA trap. The meaning by be with 80-20, be with less number of KRA, which makes impact, and be with the KRA which is needed for the. I mean, the business, same company, year to year or over a period of time will change. So, how many methods we count? One is quantity, Western ones, smart one, and the
Western ones,
Pareto principle, all those things. Now, is it enough? Will it take care of your KPA fixation correctly? Madam, I answered your weightage question now, right? I mean, weightage cannot be fixed uniformly, theoretically. You have to understand situation, that company, that moment, which problem, which are which problem. More. Maybe attrition control, then you 35 in the start and given weightage. Attrition control in IT industry, you may give 40% to a challenge. If you get attrition control, out of 100 marks and give 40% only to that. Okay. Now, have you taken care of all the checklists, points to be covered? Or anything anymore? Give your thought. Do you think it will take up to a large extent? Fixing KRA KPA in the right spirit? Right?
yes, it is.
It is. Okay. Now companies have gone much beyond. This is all very old, even then we have not reached. Most of the Indian companies, I can believe, have not reached in this state. They, of course, they started talking about it. How many of you got a KRA KPA here? All of you are representing more than 10-20 companies, right? Have you got a KRA KPA? Is this spirit, or it's more of an extension of a job description? Extension of a job description in the name of KRA.
Yes.
Right. So who is gaining? Both of you are enjoying. Right? Employees also enjoying. Employees also enjoying.
Normally, when we have to sack someone, we bring that topic.
Yeah.
This is your KRA and KPA. You have to achieve that or in 3 months.
Oh, but once you have correctly, if like I told you, I have not fixed it correctly, how can you catch it?
Yeah, till the time I'm happy, I'm okay.
What's the game?
The day I want to.
Oh, then you will fix it that way.
Yeah.
So it's basically games people play.
Yeah.
You can call it young people's way, right? It is not done in a professional, right manner. Correct. It's all done. There's a word, not done, I use it, but I can't get another guy, or it is negatively used. But if it is positively used, you know the importance of. Now there will be no politics. I may be your boss, but I cannot be your boss if it is done correct. So there's this guy, Microsoft guy used to say that what is not measured is not managed. No, there is no even bench for measuring it clearly, right? You can measure it, you can have a scorecard, then manage it. Here you don't have an unbiased measuring system itself. That is why we are taking attention. Okay, now this is the basic one. Now the advanced one. We talk about advanced one. That is called balanced scorecard based KPI. Okay. Now what is balanced scorecard? I hope I did mention sometime in the class.
Yes, sir.
What is balanced scorecard?
They give the weightage, for example, for finance, they, in the fourth quadrant, they will make a finance performance and the operations. So by each quadrant, they set a target.
All of you remember, I'll just quickly 5 minutes go through what is balanced scorecard. Kaplan and Naplan, KAPLA and Kaplan, Naplan, and NOTL. All the multinationals are using now. Balanced scorecard. For various reasons. I want to keep that for fixing KPI also. Balanced scorecard by Kaplan, KAPLAN, NOTON. Got it, all of you? Just have a few minutes to look at it, then I finish.
ಮಮ್ಮಿ ಏನೇ ಅಂದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 4 ನಾಚ
Huh? What does it talk about 4 quarters? Finance? Finance and customer perspective too. So now how for this post how will you use?
Sorry?
For this position, when I say I have to use balanced scorecard method while preparing KPI, how will you do? I mean, it talks about any KPI which is not impacting to the financial growth of my company. Correct. For example, how we work, suppose he has to recruit the marketing president said, I want 3,000 people. Okay, this guy is able to recruit 3,000 people based on what he said. Then he's directly contributing to the financial growth of the company, right? Correct. Or the industry attrition is 25%. This guy is able to maintain it at 10. He is able to go out to the finance.
Yes.
So again, you have to use this framework to validate. Have I covered like 80-20? I told few, I told smart. You have to also validate. Have I covered all the 4 angles in preparing my case? If I have not covered any one angle, to the large extent I should cover, otherwise maximum I should cover. If I have not covered it, now where from this concept has come? Balance scorecard. What is the background of this? See that in the past, when even I was CEO of Teja, we used to assess the company only based on balance sheet. Every month we used to have a review meeting. In the review meeting, what will happen is the finance guy will have a big say, bring the balance sheet, projected profit and loss account, what is happening till now, what is projected, what happened, what is the deviation, and what was during the last year. This is what I will use. Predominantly 90%, it used to end there. But financially, we try to see, navigate and steer and check the company. I projected for this month, for example, December, March is 2 months more. Whatever I projected, what has been the sales, what has been the production, what has been the collection. Everything I will see from this angle. What is projected, what is achieved, where is the deviation, what was it last year? Obviously, this year budget must have been better than last. So it doesn't make much happen, but we have to see whether the achievement is gone beyond last. Hello.
वो ट्रेंड गया एक दिन में कमा लिया ओवर द टाइम कितना कमाया बोलो अवतार
It yourself.
$2,000 million कमाया
Mute all, yeah, mute all, come down, mute all.
$2,000 million कमाया भैया ये यश का तो
Online students, are you getting? Am I audible? I need to. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, when this was happening, we are only why we are seeing last year is if it is performances worse than last year. It cannot be because when you fix a budget, obviously must increase better than last. So this is what we are seeing. Now they thought the Kaplan and Norton when they did the research that because the finance will be a major one. To lead the finance, you are not assessing the company properly. There is a concept called leading indicator and lagging indicator.
So you are not visible.
Leading indicator and lagging indicator. Okay. What is lagging indicator? This financial performance comes with marketing performance. If you are not sold more, if you are not expanded the old product in the old market, if you are not expanded the old product in the new market, if you not come up with a new product in the old market, if you not come up with a new product in the new market, your income cannot come, right? So if you see only the finance perspective without seeing market, this thing can happen only with the scorecard of marketing. What is the brand acceptance level is on? What is the customer acceptance level is on? How many different products have been assessed by different bodies? All the scores have to be seen. These are the leading lagging indicator which can help me to the leading indicator. If I don't concentrate on all these things, that will be only just a postmortem. You can shout and cry like the way we are saying about KP, you'll have a nice meeting, discuss, and then some talks are sweet or sour talk, and then get some. But the main point is if you don't have a scorecard, what is the financial scorecard? Profitability, ratio, payment, NPU, all those comes in 5, 6 cards. And what will the scorecards? This is called balanced scorecard. What is the scorecard in marketing? Like I said, what is my segment extended, brand extended? What is the new product acceptance level? What is the consumer acceptance level? How the competitor has gone into my market, or how much I got into the, all the scores have to be taken. And mind you, to get into the score, my property may probably go down. It's okay. Why I'm saying okay? If I'm a smart CEO, I will not spend on all this thing. I will say more profitability. Are you getting my point? What I'm saying? My term is for 2 years. You want to see one side? No, see me. I'm more smarter than you in KRAKP. You want to see profitability? I'll give profitability. But at what cost? I'll kill your business. I will not spend on brand. I will not spend on new market to this thing. I will not spend on scheme because it's all cost. This cost will kill and reduce your profit. Once in. The other thing, this is what will allow me to holistically, substantially survive and grow properly. Hence, I don't mind dropping of profitability. Are you getting my point? This has to be grown. That is what we talk about leading and that. That is what this guys are doing again. So that's the market. Well, the third is like we talked about learning and language. If you don't have a proper people, you don't have committed people, cultured people, competent people, less attrition people. Again, you must have a scorecard. What is attrition? What is the recruitment? What is engagement satisfaction? For each one, you have probably 10 scorecards. Then you put together, read all the 20 scorecards. Not only finance, because finance only give you primary, clear-cut direction, but you will not be able to read understood what it's going. So that is what they come. The learning and the other one is process. You did all the three things. You messed up with the corporate social responsibility. Except here, enron. Every profitability gone, every growth is gone, everything is gone. You are not seeing your corporate social responsibility, governance goes for a task. And finally, you don't know. 10 years when everybody was put to jail. Have you got my point? So this is the background of balance. Any company's performance assessment cannot be done only on finance and financial. It has to be done on marketing because finance is only a leading indicator, which is very important. Unless you work on 10-15 scores of marketing, 10-15 scores of learning and development, 10-15 scores of process, corporate governance. Why Infosys talk all about time of governance? Then at the end, then you don't talk primarily about profit. You talk about all those things, then you talk about profit. Previously, what you used to talk about? You used to talk only about profitability. So what happened is that you don't know where your ship is going to get to a meet with the excellence or meeting with the iceberg. You are not thought about the iceberg there, the ship goes. The ship doesn't know where is the iceberg collapses. So that is where this concept of balance comes in. Now, coming to KPI. Performance means which performance? Company performance has to percolate down to each role, right? If it doesn't percolate down, that performance cannot be. That performance comes from head marketing, head sales, head supply chain, head operations, right? And the company's overall targets and goals in terms of balance scorecard should have been the other way of making profit and value, KPI, right? Cascading down. Now I want you to use all the method when you are going to prepare a candidate. Okay. The other method is cascading down the corporate companies' budget, goals, and objectives and tasks. I mean, we don't prepare your career, for sake of X, Y, Z. And we don't prepare a career for HR head marketing. You will carry come down from that. My company want to get into 10 more countries. My company want to multiply profitability by 30%. My company want to reduce the attrition by 10%. Company want to reduce come with a new product development. These are the statements. So those statements have to be cascaded down to each post while preparing your career. Not blindly moving for HR. That you can copy and paste, right? There's no need to use your judgment and intelligence. That is what very less people are able to do this. So now, when you talk about this one, when I said balance scorecard, this position, whether you are supposed to validate whatever I prefer 5, 6 carry KPI. Does it meet financial requirement? Does it meet marketing? What should be the marketing area for this guy? Does he got internal employee satisfied? First of all, internal employee satisfaction is the first marketing. Through that, are we getting the external employee satisfied? Is he got a good networking relation with our one, whosoever connected with the business? So is he doing all those? Then when you're talking about marketing. When you talk about process, learning and development, how many kinds of training and development he did for people so that people get the money. So when you work out all those things, you have the method like a doctor. What the doctor does, input test will test sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, then it goes on now, right? Then it goes to CCP, ECG test and whatever test it goes on. Scan, PET scan, scan. So then they put together everything, they analyze the problem. So the KPI, like any other object which we discussed in the class, unless if it is done personally, conceptually, with a framework, in depth, with a meaning, at least using all. When you know that I have to use the framework, you'll be able to use it. It will be taking time for you, it will be challenging. I know you are not taking time when you are going to prepare it. It will be challenging, enjoy, but at least if you sincerely want to do it, since you know that you'll do it. So now, this is, we have talked about, how many methods we talked about? Let's see.
Scorecard cascade.
One, start with again, first one. Quantity, quality, quantity, one. Master wants is two. Smart is three. Pareto is four.
Balance book.
Cascading down is six.
Reading and like.
Huh?
Reading and writing.
Yeah, good. So all those things are, I think probably this is enough for all of you. I want you guys to prepare five questions. You can refer to one. Each group, 5 questions. A lot of references given, discussion taken place, right? Any doubt you ask me. It should come in time.
Five positions.
For 5 positions, prepare the way I prepared KRA KPA. You take the same one, like job description, KRA KPA, weightage, balance scorecard. Do that. I don't mind if you do more than, but at least do that. And like again, don't forget, do it scientifically. Don't put again KPA with all JD kind of words. JD is different, KRA is different, KPA is different. And KPA methodology is different. And you know all the posts. And don't do the routine posts like HR, marketing and all. This all everybody does. Do something complicated, challenging post. Any questions, online student? This is your second assignment. In the break, I'm going to upload. They've been after me. Aravind sir, Malvi ma'am, and your deputy director. Sorry, you have not uploaded the second assignment. That will be discussed with my student before I do it. They all went up after me. Last 10 days I was in Delhi. Even sorry, you are not uploaded the second one. I said they are not even through the first assignment. Last Saturday, so it was a real pain in the belly part. So finally, they went on happy days, right? But when they come to the class, many of them they didn't even come to the class thinking that they will be making. Right, madam? Right, madam? Yes. What I said is right or not? Not you, I'm saying generally. Many people didn't come Saturday, but they have to make a percentage, including me, right? Now, are we clear with this assignment?
Yes, sir.
Any questions on that? Simple. Documents are with you, methodologies with you, approaches are with you. And if you want, there is how to make about job analysis, job description, there are other documents that also share with you. You can go through it. But I want an Excel report. Not necessarily lengthy report. For each position, you 2 page, 3 page more than it. 5 minutes, 10 to 15. It will be obviously not for. Again, if you will ask me 10 times, please don't ask me. When the time comes, it's a bad form, it's a bad form, how many pages, all those things close it to it. It cannot be PPT. It has to be Word document. Right? It has to be 5 positions. Based on what I discussed, plus, not less. You come up with some new method, please add. As long as it makes sense. Maybe some new methods come. It's a group process. That much I know. Not an individual, you go mad. Because again, I tell you, don't waste your time trying to Google it out. You will not get it. That's it. You will get it.
Sir, we need to choose the industry and
That's all your choice. Wherever you are working, you choose the industry, choose the position.
and we should not make company names in that.
Don't put any company name. A lot of consultancy available in this line. If the best of the people, I'll attach them between doing consultancy and make money. I'm doing a lot of work in this, I'm making a lot of money. And the very best people are working with that minute details. So pick up this skill of how to prepare a KRA. This is going to be a big demand in future. You can branch out like a separate consultancy only for designing KRA. Okay, any questions on this? Online student? Tell me any questions. I'll close it and move on. No questions? Close it. And please, you are not going to come back to me again. Sir, what is a PPT, this thing, not, not 5 assignment, industry specific, any position, not a standard position, right? And if you send me WhatsApp, I will not answer. Correct, no? Okay. Now what you do is, this chapter is clear.
So
Now I
when
take
this
it-
KRA and KPI concept have been introduced, and previously, what was the concept, HR practices?
He's asking, okay, come on, he's asking, this KRE KP is getting introduced now. Previously, we had basically job description. Okay, even now, like you, all of you know, KRE KP is not in the format in which you are discussing. They all come with the cope up with a new tradition, KPA, they know the word of KPA. But the KPA is like a old wine in the new bottle. Like your job description has come to a large extent in KPA. So when somebody gives you KPA, my student should be able to see it. This is not KPA. Right? This much knowledge you have right now, right? How will you say? There's numbering. It's not covering finance. It's not covering marketing. It's not reading. It is not lagging indicator. If anything comes to me, in 5 minutes, I will be able to see that. Because I have that concept in clarity. So you should also have that. I know you will be having the concept in clarity. Once you work on it, but all of you have to sit together. Sit together means if not physically, at least one. And don't try to Google it out, you will not get it answer. Okay, I sent you one more one. What's up? See that.
Belongs to one.
Same or
Not necessary. That's all. Okay. Right now, I sent you one. See the last carry, if you only written 5 points. See that, read them.
purchase.
Yeah, read that one. Read the full document. I didn't write the first, the last paragraph only I did. Read that. I sent you on WhatsApp now.
Yeah, sales talent.
Yeah,
Sales, talent and other internal.
basically sales done. See, go. There's an attachment in that or not? Yeah.
It is there, sir. So sales manager.
So don't say everyone, leave something for us also.
Yeah. They read the whole document, nice, but the final one was done by me. KP inclusive and the holistic approach. I've taken a different more approach. This is recently done for a consultancy assignment. Only 4 points I given, accepted by the board of directors. That company, if you go through this document, before the KRE, KP, everything is general, but it's a lot of good information. Read this one, take 10 minutes, and I'll give you a break for tea, don't worry.
So you did this in 15 days, but did the job analysis and not take a lot of time?
That's experience.
So sir.
You give me anything, I'll do it in 10 minutes.
Do you?
You will not be able to.
But after that, we'll be able to.
Huh?
After that, we'll be able to.
Acha, see this one, the last paragraph, KRA 58. Acha, go through this document here, clearly. Please, all of you read this document. Lot of general information. Come back to the last KRE KPI, which I did it. Looks simple. I don't know how you are able to understand it.
Sir, what is the improvement impact to the companies after implementing the KRA and KPI?
You tell me if you are wondering which one of you perform objectively, even 70% to the target. How much company much? Now we are playing game, no? Now you are enjoying, I am enjoying. Because of my foolishness, you are enjoying. Practically, right or not? Are we right or not?
So when we define I expected to go on something.
First, read this. The stress started in the right now.
Thinking what.
No, you can no Google. This is recently done. While I was traveling Delhi, I did the last one. The first lengthy one was done by your students, MBA students. There's a current consultancy we got. We are involving students with us when you take it. In the KRAKP is written blah blah blah, which I touched it. So see how the KRAKP, which I made it very short, and it was very much appreciated by the board of that. I not written much. I used balance scorecard and gone beyond that. I not stuck only to the balance scorecard. Even I changed my own model, inclusive and holistic approach. For marketing there, I given 60% weightage for finance and engineering. You understood? He cannot bully me. Normally, you people bully me because I am a fool. Please read this thing and digest when you are through. Sorry?
Could it be the same format?
You do same thing. But I want to see all the principles.
So that
You
same
go
format.
beyond that. See, what I taught you, what I'm using it, it's not exactly same. But use maximum there, and I got a little more. I used inclusive, substantial, leading, lagging, indicator, I broken it, and many things I clubbed together. Because I was trying to go small is beautiful. The same thing could have been written in 2-3 pages also. Concise, consumption, small is beautiful. And that small is beautiful is very tough. If you do it patiently, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, with the ideology and the checklist in mind, it will come through. It's not that it will not come through. But you must have the patience, you must have the know-how, how to go about it. And you must enjoy doing that. Like when I do it, I do enjoy. Though money comes, that's different. But I do it with the happiness. Not for money, but I don't think that I charge heavily. I don't give them simply. But if you charge less, they will not respect. So charge them more. Still, this project is on. We have not closed it. We are supposed to make it for 10 positions in that company. That's okay. 3 of our students are working with us. You gone through it? It's clear.
It's good,
Huh?
good caring.
Good carry. If you say it's a bad carry, I'll beat you, no, because I am. If there's one carry. No, forget about it. Don't get into that.
Those are like, the point itself.
Can you see the change in that? Whatever is in the previous one or this one? Previous one also written by you. That was 4-5 years back.
With experience.
Yes, I did it only last month.
So in this last one, KPI is recruiting an effective manpower to training and engaging for maximizing the output. So as a sales manager,
He's also Is acceptable for the HR parents quota, no?
Recruiting in the sense he's recruiting his subordinates, he's staying.
Yeah, along with, I mean, if there is any failure or good selection happen, he's also accountable along with HR.
Yeah.
If you see there, finance I covered, HR I covered, marketing I covered, finance maximum I covered. Started with finance only, not marketing. I don't want a marketing, I talks marketing. He is my leading indicator again to give finance. And weightage also given more to that one.
What will you do for your finance guy?
Well,
For a finance guy, what will be your?
very good question. People normally, very intelligent question. People normally give weightage when the profit will go finance. Can you think a finance guy can give profit? Right?
He cannot, he is supposed
But normally, in the past, this guy used to be close to the top management. He will always come with the balance sheet, this and that. The worst comes, he will blame everybody. First comes the credit goes to the finance. Right?
Yes.
Also, you work on, you ask the question, you answer it. You work on it, you get finance. Yeah,
This was sales.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, his question. When you talk about finance, there, you could be 10, 15 levels of care. Which company? Auto company, road company, stick company, finance concentration, account, company law, secretariat, compliance. Very good. This area has to be decided first. Naam ki vaste finance account is same. Company is different. Company situation is different. Some company is dying. Going on a bankruptcy. This guy will be different. How much getting on, interest and on sale to the negotiation. That becomes his KPI, agreement. Not the profitability. He will also come into the rules and regulation policies prepared in that in your process one to help the company. But otherwise, this guy has to, what is this leading into? Finance. We cannot just do spying with you and get away with it. You must also have a line function and a staff function. The other approach you can have is line activity and staff activity. And you go on. Keep pushing and giving many points of view. For a finance director, can you only deal with the staff? Oh, marketing is not doing well, the expenses come up, the ratios come down. Can you crave only that?
No.
You must also be accountable for some between, just go to the field.
Yeah.
So that I do something, man. My marketing guy goes and dies, my operation guy goes and dies in the plant. He plays with the fire. What are you doing? Tell me what he should do. All of intelligence. Normally, he will do auditing, he will do accounting, he will do costing, he will do fault finding, all those things, right? I'm not saying that's his part of it. But he must also have a line function if he wants respect like HR guy. Otherwise, finance is dead finance. We have been talking throughout. HR is dead, HR is not. We are talking more towards long years. So finance there has to be a long year. We cannot, this guy really provoking.
I think accuracy in forecast
Okay.
should be one of the KPIs because I see many things can be said. Depending upon the data he is.
And now, on this point only we are going to discuss. He said accuracy.
So
Because you also need to come out, no, not only I am vomiting. He touched honestness. And he is challenging this. Nicely. Happy. Okay. Now he said accuracy. So he writes a good point or what is that? It is important for profitability. It's not what. He writes one point, good point. So this accuracy calculation should not go wrong. That will affect the company, right?
Yeah.
That's one. What is it? Please go. Optimize the.
Costs directly with respect to the line.
Okay, he has to watch on the cost optimization and the report. Here is a staff function. Now we are talking about line function, staff function of finance. Right? Accuracy. Could be little lines, predominantly staff. Cost monitoring, deviation, reporting staff. Tell me, 50 guys are there, not?
Sir, budgeting.
Budgeting, okay. Budgeting is line or staff? Okay, I can say to some extent, he's using the plus practices, but budgeting, how does it? He's not doing all of that, no. He's getting from all of you putting in a format and process and giving it to you. I'm not undermining you. Please don't mind. But I want just from you.
I believe setting the targets,
Can you do it? Who is it?
no, see, see, he's not.
Facilitating.
Huh?
Facilitating in
It
the
would be on the other table when it is setting.
Yeah. No, all this important, I don't think, but I am pushing you guys to get into the 9 function. Or all you said is, who got a job? Like, I can tell you what's finance. It comes in 5 minutes. Accounts, finance, taxation, costing, secretariat, compliance. There are, each function is too vast. I mean, you cannot undermine the guy's post. Okay, now finance is also one. I'm going to recruit a finance director. Suppose a chartered accountant kept a very accurate accounting report, auditing, work for KPMG, auditing 10, 20 companies, when they recruit him.
So he must be,
He did chartered accountancy, MBA finance from Ahmedabad, work for KPMG, audited 30 companies, done extremely control over auditing and accounting.
Strategy part of the
Okay,
additional to what the skill set is.
okay, great. Okay, that's one of the competencies you need.
One, you must also watch if the allotted financial resources is getting used
Properly
properly.
used it, yeah. You'll watch through there's the 4 quarter mark. What you are saying is, let's put everything what you said in which quarter. The balance scorecard, what you said comes under process 1. What he said comes in the process 1. What he said comes in the process 1. Are you getting my point? You give me points for all 4.
that's
First one you give, when you give finance for finance. I given marketing a finance, right? Now give me finance for finance.
so it should be able to bring the funds, sir. He, from outside, lenders or.
He's now getting to the point, the line funds. How much fund,
Not taken.
which source, which cheaper interest,
Correct.
which best method, bank, I mean, through public shares,
Yes.
or some amalgamation, or collaboration, closing the company, reducing the cost. That is what the guidelines comes.
Different function put.
Are you getting my thoughts?
Getting the taxation point of
Yeah,
compliance things and
from taxation point of view, I'm amalgamating, closing, and reducing the control. How he can increase finance? By getting finance at cheaper rate,
Or cutting down the actual.
cutting down the cost, which is going, amalgamation, collaboration, all those kind of things. 60% of this weightage should go there. You are networking with the big fund directors, or you are networking with all the foreign investors. You get them at a cheaper interest rate. You know the interest rate. In any company, which are the 2 top expenses? Undoubtedly, interest is one of the top. Any company, salary is nothing. Then 15% other company, IT companies maybe 30%.
forex first.
All normal industries, they are crying. I should not tell you the fact. I've been in that 10 to 15% of the salary cost in anything. Knowledge-based industry, IT industry, where people are what, it can go up to 30-35%. So this guy should be able to get me fund, right?
Yes.
So networking, he should know which fund. Bank will cost me 11%, foreign investment will cost me 4%. If he gets me 4%, hundreds, thousands of crores, that 1 KP is more than enough, right?
Yes.
I don't want to give any of this KP. Or whatever you thought, you can go to other ways.
But 80% will be like the KPI for all the companies. There are some companies who doesn't really, but they just look at the profitability and just group.
No, he got suppose I'm the finance director. The 3-4 of you are working with me. Accounting director, costing director, process director. Whatever you said would be your job. I am the leader, right? If I don't lead, all of you gone. Even if you are confident, if you are good, right? The guy your heart itself not good heart. This will only re-energize you, right? If I can go in front of the chairman and board, right? Anywhere, I can go that, yes, I got the money. Because he cannot increase sales and get money, that's not his job, right? That's a marketing director's job. Finance director, I'm not saying there are many funds, this could be one visible one. If you get thousands of crore rupees, instead of 11% at 4%, instead of not getting into NPA and paying in time, pay in my own schedule. That my company is in a good shape. That will be a stock KPI. That will be a, you call it finance, or that you call it line KPI, or that is the KPI chart. Then your recruitment will also go in that way, competency-based recruitment. You will look for somebody who's got a proven experience of arranging fund only one person in the interview. Not a secret at all. How many companies, how much money, or what rate you raise in the past, please let me know, check out into his owner. Are you getting my point? Otherwise, he will mislead you, you will mislead him. And then again the same what we started in the class. Oh, clarity will not be there, not fixation is there is no compatibility. Again, we start from ABC. That's all I wanted to do. If you're thinking is difficult. If people think, then all the politics, groupism, gaming, when you don't achieve, like he said, we will all play games, we will all play group, we will be comfortably, I'll cheat you, you will cheat me comfortably. Finally, the company wins. He said, what is the benefit company will do? That is KPI. I said, this thing, it's not your KPI. He said, cascaded down. When cascaded down is captured in data, measured in data, managed in data, in the review meeting, even if you achieve 60% of what you are planning, it will be very significant. If not 100%, here whatever you achieve, it's nothing because there are not even 10% substance in it. There is no mark. All descriptive, academic, theoretical, vague, ambiguous kind of thing. There's no mark. I hope you understood now. The last one is I given you leading indicator ranking. I covered everything in a very small. I took only 20 minutes to do that, right? You cannot take 20 minutes, you take more time. Don't forget about it. Because it takes a lot of substantive thinking, theory, background, experience, criticism, everything. Yes, sir.
The finance director to raise the funds and all. These are interdependent, like, if I am raising the funds, the investors or the lenders also will see the sales performance of my company. So it again depends upon the sales parameter here. So all alone that director cannot only, bring the money to the less.
Very good question. He is the guy who take charge today and will separate everything and the boss. Sales target, process, weaknesses, non-compliance, everything else set it right as a KPI in 1 year. Second year, only I go to the market. And come back to the chairman. I cannot go to the market now. I will not get anything. It's going to be backfire. That much also I must have the KPI to communicate with the top boss. To get that one, that companies in the latest one, I mean, I hope you must be smart enough. Guys are smart enough. We are starting a company, running a company for 3 years. Even at last showing the big profit, big ratios, for what If you have not heard about, I thought I will be what is job at the
Just to ensure that after some days they can go into the stocks.
somebody take money and
Yeah. They want to list that company, make money and talk it up.
2-3 years. They have good product, they will export with their own costs. Balance sheet, they will show all profit, all export income. That's different business model. The guys are intelligently working there. I know about 2-3 guys.
So auditing firm to be there.
All which thing he compared with it. He knows the manipulation and how to manage the manipulation. He's putting his own money there. So the last of 2-3 years, last week they were 50, 100, 120, takes a risk. I will invest that money against the losses, but on book I will show everything clean, great. Sales is great, export is great, the profitability is great, all my ratios are great. The bankers will see because again they need another balance scorecard kind of thing. Probably bankers should not go with that old system of examining everything. Bankers will go only with that. The sustained growth clear, the business plan, the export income, the ratios clear, then bankers will call for it. Or with that they go for big money and a big money. What is happening to finance? What is happening to finance? There are many companies.
they have taken over Akash, IIT and everyone, but now they are into loss.
What? There's never been problem in loss, profit. Doing what? Okay, doing big bureaucracy. Today, we have profit. Okay, after 5 years time, or 10 years time, each one of us can get 10 crores from us. The company goes to market. What does it do? In the crude, right?
Yes. I love that.
Right. If they take a risk, they may get caught. Or they don't get caught. Most 10 years, even the 10-year also, I don't know. Big balls, I go in America, I go in officers, right? Lot of, I aspire too many other people to go to the stress and government something. Right? In the 10 years time, if it comes to the worst time, by that time, personally, I've already taken care. Company, it's a limited liability company, right? Nobody can touch you.
Bankruptcy, like, will not.
Even they can do so much, even criminally also, they will see to that they are not criminal. Inside it business, limit everything. If they are not compliant with the law and all, nothing will get it. Now, I don't think anybody will get it caught. They will do everything. Window dressing properly, legally, correctly, you make money together. Okay, guys, all okay. Your carrying a is clear now. Are you an expert in carrying a piece? Is that me?
It was good. We'll go to that, whatever you're saying, sir. We'll get more, we'll go to that, the copy which you're sharing, but we'll get more idea.
No, the clarity is there, sir.
Yeah.
Any question you want from you? Because after the break, I want that something. If there is anything, I continue this. That's what I mean. You have all the documents. You discuss that minutes, all the things you have to read. Then you are going to think while preparing for the second assignment. Yes. Okay, preparing assignment, any doubt? Don't call me for technical. But for example, nobody can be so fast. You understand why it was not? Sorry, you're preparing, doesn't come out of finance, doesn't come out of check. Then the WhatsApp, I will help you. And we will call you within that, but the number of go. Because I want at the end, there are 10 groups, 12 groups. Say 10 groups. 50 positions. Think about 50 positions, nicely talk about that guy. The kind of valuable information you must package below. I don't really believe that. Output, not three to not in terms of money, not in terms of money. I mean, the kind of output. 50 KRA documents comes out. I mean, intellectual. I'm sure you're not able to use that document anywhere available. No KRA will not be same. It will be different. I have to get a KRA by the finance here. This institute will be different. And HR here will be different. Team different, professor different. So this KRA person is a role based on time. Google. Spend your time in understanding these models and practices and terms. Digest it. Then based on your experience, apply. Imagine the job. It will be fun, challenging, and don't run through. You know, get one sentence, two sentences, it's okay. Then you move on. Right? Okay, then we close it. Go for a tea or coffee. Come, then we'll have a training. Actually, after we do this, like is it for them? Not a bit in my
You can be partner with,
sorry,
you can be partner with.
sir, what do you want? You can even help your companies looking at the company's character.
He wants to make money, sir. That's why you will partner.
If you want for you to company, do it. No? At least 3-4 top level personnel you do. As long as it's not going against your career in terms of confidence. That's it. Okay, we'll come back and we'll start with the training. That's a training director. You are given a budget of 200 crore, 2 crores, it's a 20 crores. You will give a 10 staff training manager lesson. What will you do? Tell me. Right, no? You want such a post, right? Tell me what you do. First of all, do you believe in training?
Yes.
Right. If you believe in training, can training solve all problems?
No.
Most of. Okay. So training is not a panacea. Training can solve most of. So okay, that background. And types of training you take it. Now you tell me, no, how are you going to do it? I give you post. Training director post with 20 crore rupees budget, 10 people working under you, training manager, training officer and all, biocon industry, what will you do? Straight, na? Now we are not going to talk there. Tell me, how will you?
We'll first identify the teams which are lacking in performance
Okay.
and then see what is that core area that we are identifying.
You take how do people hear it? I mentioned that your colleagues are talking. They are audible. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm saying that tell me, no, I'm going to give you a big post. I'm not going to teach you theoretically what is training. You tell me, you teach me rather. Half an hour, I will talk to you for 1 hour, 2 hours. Now you teach me for 45 minutes. As a training director, how are you going to take it practically?
First, I will analyze whether training is required or not.
Okay,
Because if I can save some money of this training cost, I can improve my profit margin in a way.
okay.
And I will identify the.
What approach strategically is approaching, right?
So, I will go to the departmental managers to identify which are the core process. And we'll categorize into the general training, which will obviously cost me less, and there will be specific training, which I can like hire somebody, a course kind of thing. So that distribution I have to do.
Somewhere he is fitting into some direction. I go with you, what else?
So it should be like, for example, now we are starting training, for example, once the training takes up the project, we should understand whether pre-process is required or the actual process is required for that particular company. Now, then you should segment, you should bifurcate into what are the training needs, whether TMAs, all those things, you should know it on hand. So once after that analysis is done, then you will categorize who will fall into what training category. Then that particular resources he will get. Now, in case, for example, if he is supposed to hire, for example, there are a couple of analysts and project managers available. They don't require the basic level of training. They require an advanced level of training from an external factor. Then he will produce the cost to finance, get the things done, and he will put it into that particular category. Okay, I think he will strategize in that way. So that makes him great.
Good. Systematic approach, concept, framework. What you are talking to the objects. But we can simply. When you go to doctor, what it is?
So what?
When you go to doctor, what it is? He will diagnose. Fever, due to what? Malaria, viral, COVID, water. Then what it does? He prescribes. Okay. You are supposed to execute or implement offense. And again, after 3-4 days, you're supposed to go back to you. You will evaluate and see whether it worked or not. This is called what? Diagnosis, diagnosis, prescription, implementation, evaluation. This is called Sheffield system of training. Prescription, implementation, evaluation. Okay, I'll make it very simple. That's how it goes. Now, what is happening today? They'll copy some 10-20 training programs. But since I told you, don't tell your training on that, something on balance scorecard training, something on communication. You know, they will roll it down and do it. That's what normally done, right? By and large, what do they do? Or they do some cursory, some onboarding training, or have induction training. That they do it probably to large extent. But when it comes, they roll down some programs and they call some expert here and there deliver. Is it being done systematically, scientifically? No. Right? Maybe meeting. Invariably, it may be some of the needs, but we are not here to waste our resources. Strategically, we don't want resource of 20 crores or $200 of everybody going through training, or 10 people teaching training has to give an effect. Training cannot be like I'm a training director. At the end of the day, marketing director comes and gives, HR director comes and gives, training director also to give his report, no? What report will you give? I conducted 30 programs. I called 10 guys. That's only a means.
Effectiveness of the program.
Effectiveness of the program. All those things have to come, no? So, first of all, that all can talk when you stop approaching it in a systematic. So the first system is when it's a diagnosis. Diagnosis means you need training needs assessment. Training needs training needs assessment. When I say training needs, it can be individual, it can be for the business, it can be for the team, it can be for the task, it can be for the new technology which is coming, it can be for the new process which is setting. Okay. Again, strategically, I will think this year 20 crores. Which training need I want to address? Are you getting my point? I'm going to address individual need. I'm going to need a business need. I'm going to spend time on what is affecting the company on expatriate improvement, or what is affecting the company on attrition, or what is affecting the company not people are not customer conscious. Okay, so I need to have a big document on training need assist. The question is, how will you do training need assist? Like he said, problems, the targets not achieved, customer complaints are coming. There are 100 methods of assessing training. One method is a write-off, since we cannot write on it. Your targets are not achieved. Attrition is high. Customer complaint is high. Right. We are not going to improve your training. Your training will be improved to meet that need, right? Again, cascade it. So that is why training needs assessment becomes very important. You see from the top, these things are. Or when you break it to come down, probably brought in some new technology. Individually, you need to be given training on some new ERP system. Or individually, as a group wise, there's a lot of resistance to change. Like the company has to go for restructure because of business demand, but people are all resisting a lot. No, there's a lot of group training need of. It could be individual training need, it could be group training need, it could be task improvement training need, it could be business related training need. So you list down. That is what a director. That is you are given an equal post for director. Not to do some 10-20 copy of a training calendar. You can Google it down. IM is doing. Google is doing this training. I will also make up a training calendar. I'll put it in my AC hall. Some outside guys can be called, given a fees, have a nice coffee and tea. That is not a site systematic training. Okay, so you start with that. So the first thing is training need assessment. Which are the areas? How do you go about? How do you assess about individual training, for example? He has got a training. How will you do? That this assess, suppose 300 people are, suppose the right hand you decided to work on 3 leaders. Maybe the top 4 leaders, managers, and the 20. So the 20 crores you are dividing into 10 crores will be fine. Middle level people, very important. What kinds of problem? If this itself makes a clarity, workers will more into safety training and things like that. On the top level, people will go to different training. Are you getting it? Systematically approach that. The top level people what will do? Strategy training. Customer leadership effectiveness, change management systems. This could be individual as well as group. Okay. On the corporate level, target orientation, balance curve orientation, strategic orientation. So what I'm trying to say, first of all, guys have to spend more than a doctor. Then when you are a long trade, not a jugaad trade. You must have a clear that I'm doing it because I have a conviction. This is my company. This is how I'm going to do it. First one. And when I get the last point, I'll be able to prove it to the first point correct. Last point is what is the effectiveness of it. I'm going to the top. If I'm not clear with that, there's no effectiveness of the top.
The KPI also can be linked with the.
Obviously, there are, so when you talk about, we'll talk about individual training, there could be 10 methods. Your boss is saying not actually. Your team group people are saying is having a lot of power. Your performance officer says you are not actually. That could be individual training. Or you yourself saying that I want a training on this. Employee themselves saying, bosses saying, your operator saying, or your situation saying, could be different methods of assessing individual. The group need, I told you, there's a group technology has to be exposed, group customer concepts to be exposed, you are a marketing, you are a finance guy or HR guy, you will think that marketing is a useless. They all the time come and ask for finance guy for example. Marketing is will come obviously. They'll go for traveling here and there. And this guy think these guys are only here to make money with their attitude. And then like South West Airlines, what we did? Everybody with a pilot has to carry the ship, right? I was just recently, I don't know guys, last week I flown from the Akash Airlines. They're somewhat in the same way. Akash. Yeah. Last time they flown from Bangalore to the last flight. I've seen the way the airline hostess and all the company introduced last the thank you, they take care of you, the bill, they are going somewhat in that way. Short term.
They are using the same aircraft.
Yes, also.
Yeah, same.
The same aircraft, they are using short route. They are not using short route. That they are slightly mistake. I mean, I don't think Bangalore is a short route.
They are not successful in India right now.
Okay, maybe that also short route for us. No, it's also possible. You come back to our this way. So now, individual training, as I said you are a backup. I give it to you. So you divide into 3-4 men. One level is senior, other people. Maybe another 2,000 people middle, workers 1,000 people. Then there are 10-50 people who are very core leaders. These guys are useless, everything is useless, right? If the top management is not compliant, is not transforming, not energized, the middle level will go down. Or will exit. People will leave because of the boss. Not directing boss, not human boss. So these 4 levels. For each one there will be different training. This 10 level people, what kind of training will do? Will you put him in customer practice? You put that guy, be accountable for performance driven. You want to be accountable for achieving. You have to be accountable for strategic alliances. You have to be accountable for getting finance direction, finance for non-finance, all the directors. So you will come with the training needs analysis itself, which should take you 3-4 Excel sheets. Once you're down, then you go to 80-20 patterns. You may not be able to. Year to year, you can have a target. This year, I'm going to concentrate for customer, artisan, strategy. For this year, I'm concentrating on individual improvement. This year, I'm going to work on the group training. That's one. Right? This is how you have to have a training and assessment for various levels through various instruments. Which are the instruments used for training? Partnership can tell you, the factory papers can tell you, your accidents can tell you, the customer market thinking can tell you, the financing projects can tell you. Again, like I talked to care in the field, everything has to cascade down from there. One side. The other side, your projection. I want to get into new market, new products, new technology. My people are not competent. They have to be retrained. So if you take it that way, it's going to be very interesting. But again, I told you, no Googling will help you. You should know only the methodology. Like PhD, we don't give PhD to give it to somebody to discover. Last week I played on PhD, which is come from one of the last weeks. I'm also examining for various PhDs on IT systems. Okay. I played one of the shipping place student. No discovery, the methodology, the approach, the originality, the authenticity. That's what I see. What you will like to do, management culture. I don't even, there's a second chapter on review of the page. I don't even see that when I come. But I see his approach, research methodology. And somebody asked me long back when I was 35 dollars, you are PhD over whom I don't never doing this. You're joking with that. I mean, it was a sarcastic end. I remember. But I'm well educated guys. They use the word, it's not reflecting on it. I didn't think PhD was sitting and learning at this. Then also I was correct, now also correct. That this PhD only made me to become a very successful CEO at the age of 30, continuously at this. How possible? Not that PhD report or PhD taught me how to define a problem, how to go through about analyzing the problem, how to go about collecting the data to touch the problem, how to take a decision on the problem. That's what business we do now. 70% of job of CEO is what? Spotting the problem, defining the problem, understanding the problem, breaking the problem, collecting the data, putting the alternatives, select the best alternative, say that's it, man. Am I right or not?
Yes.
That's what PhD taught you. So if you use it differently, you will be who are you. Otherwise, so coming back to that, so training needs training need analysis, training. So you concentrate strategically, you concentrate on the top level, this year I'm concentrating on this. I'm concentrating on 4 minutes. What are the strategies? Where to invest, number of hours of training, what kind of training, you have a strategy. So you understood training. Then what is prescription? First is clear, right? Whatever you are talking about in one part, right? Now what is prescription?
What kind of training is required?
Based on that you try. What are the types of internship training, orientation training, lead training, leadership training, strategic orientation training. Okay, you write on everything. Your succession training. Somebody is on succession to be the designated CEO. So to be the next one. Online training, offline training, all those things you work. Then you work out the calendar. Not that whatever copy paste from the company here and there on the new training. You can also do Googling, you can do what the training calendar I am, does it, I am Bangalore, I am on the apartment, it makes with you. And they all come with the new latest one, which will be relevant to you, not relevant. But what is relevant to you only know, right? And we are not here to spend money on you to improve your knowledge. We are all Pakka businessmen. We are investing money on you so that you will be more competent to achieve my target. Rather by investing on you, I am taking a risk. With more competence, you go away. But I am aware of it, I am willing to take that risk for given benefit. That is a training class. So now you work out all those calendar protocols. That comes your prescription. Okay. Now what is implementation?
You get that done.
On the job training. Off the job training. Which training method used? Send it outside. Maybe your top 10 guys send it to Harvard. You go and meet 10 top seniors. Get them to think, you know, one of the ladies is very good for academic training. He picked up some 10 top seniors. She took them to some of the nicest side. The seniors. Entertained them for 2 days very well. Nice, moving, nice, and all this. See also the guy relaxing. I can tell you, many of the city. So you are nice to be very, but very, very aggressive, charming. But outside, see, look beautiful, nice. She enjoyed it. Third day, she come for a training session, all CEOs. Then every CEO was in their own competency. Yeah, the investing is doing that, now this. She is doing only 6-7 principles. What has been the growth rate of the what has been the growth rate of the property? What is the competitive strategy you achieved? What is the forecast you are doing? See, thrown them just 2 hours on the CEO statement. Yeah, then they started feeling helplessness. I cannot do it. Then again, seek it from. First, you are not clear. You are living in your own minds. Second, when you are attempting that I'm not concentrating on change management, I'm not concentrating on the competition, I'm not concentrating on new product development. In a serious one, 20 minutes coming. Then they said that they are given all excuses, helplessness, indifferent. Then she is given 6 words. I'm not getting exactly what I'm saying. Indifferent. I'm not listening. You are not coming this time. She proved them nicely by the first meeting. I don't think that evening they could not have a dispute. The first 2 years of the rain enjoy. And because of effective training. Okay, see the HR HOD appointment. Okay. And see what the people like HR and DBR and they. She can only handle the top guys. So the top guys themselves will come. You know, thinking that what you know, So she could hit them on the head that you guys are not really working as a CEO unit. Second thing she started doing. First, when she showed them, you have a training need. Because you don't even know your role. And when the goal is not, then you are playing the game. It's not my car, I'm indifferent, I'm not going to do. You know, that kind of 6, 7, 50 days. You are coming into all these things. So that what I'm saying is, the assessment of training need, yeah. Prescription, we are clear about it, what we call it, whether it's online, whether it's offline, whether it's sponsoring them to outside, and which training methodology. Some training can be put them in the class, like sexual harassment. Put the people in the classroom and teach them. Be careful. You know, designing the balance scorecard may not be able to teach only the classroom, unless they work on a project. Unless they will come some kind of with the consultancy. You know, now the latest trend in appointing CEOs, the interview, which is become a very effective, though it was not initially taken up. Good discussion. Normally we go for MBA students, right? I was talking to the class in 3 months back in Pune. There's a post of CEO that said, we have some potential 6 or 7 people, but very effective method. You know, you cannot talk one-to-one norms, no? There's a concept, there's a business, there's a project, there's a company that tell me the how you're going to do it. It was very easy for you to eliminate out of 6 people points. So now we are talking about, when you talk about implementing it, on the job training, off the job training, external training, one-to-one training, which methodology, coaching, mentoring. Now that's why a lot of coaches, there are a lot of certified coaches, a lot of mentors. Now the CEO themselves are looking for a certified coach. No, one-to-one. So you will know which methodology to use. That thing is called training methodology. When we talk about implementation, which training methodology you use? Starting from lecture, case study analysis, discussion, and project report, putting them under mentor, putting them under coach. Now we think how it's getting into workplace. Or maybe some teamwork is not there. Take them for a middle level, teamwork management, outbound teamwork kind of programs. So you are very clear that what is the kind of training methodology I'm doing. So now you don't all the things. Have you done it properly so far? Any comments? Now we are concentrating on training for training, not training for anything. We are clear training can do wonders. We are clear training is needed. Training is needed, right? Yes. Training is needed because the induction, the orientation, new technology, new approach, new management, new product, new issues. So you need training. Training is not for expert, everybody application. Training is needed. Training is important. Training can make the problem, provided training is conducted in a scientific manner. Otherwise, it's a waste. And training can solve only training related problem. Training cannot solve the problem which is not related to training. The boss is obnoxious. So the training can solve by giving him interpersonal skill, human relations skill and all this. Beyond that thing, this guy, no, I don't know, I'm here only that thing. Training, he only deserves to be sacked. So training can solve only training related problem. That has to be also clear. Now the fourth important point is, what is the fourth point? Evaluation. How will you do it?
After you train,
Next one. Well, how did that evaluation? Third minutes.
We are lacking any up to. See, for example, if the sales is not up to the mark. So for that, we assess the need of the training. And after giving the sufficient training for the sales enhancement, we'll get to know whether sales is going good or not. So that we will assess that.
Okay. And sir, there are you invested 20 people. You used 10 people salary. You also worked. You also training at the end of the day, the board directors meeting. You should also come on report that I am doing a good job, right? How will you do it?
So you might have conducted some assessments during training. You will set the performance, everything you will show it.
Okay.
And you will also evaluate after 3 months or with a set period of time, what was previous performance before training and what is after performance after the training. So that might give you a broad picture in what is the improvement state.
Okay, very good. Good point. What else?
Performance update, for example.
Operator can tell you, but you agenda today, the board of directors when you are meeting. And you cannot force this thing, no? Now you are meeting a board of directors meeting. After spending 20 crores.
Because of so whether the steam is impacted because of that.
So how will you, whatever I put in,
The revenue share, increase in the revenue share.
okay, increase the revenue share.
Yeah.
For example,
Why the training need was there? First, I will go back to that main question.
Okay.
Whether I am able to minimize the impact what I had with this training. So I'll just match every problems with the solution where I'm standing on the scale of 1 to 10. I would start getting this into a numbers. And then only I'll able to present to the management. And also one of the things that I can say is theoretical. Number of hours these people have spent on this training and all.
Scorecards will carry it. You will create a score. You will create a score saying that how many hours per day have some, that kind of things. What else?
our diagnosis was, for example, we have taken two things, targets not achieved and customer feedback. For example, now you will have to go back and evaluate because of the diagnosis, whether there is an improvement or it is not improved. So for example, if targets are not achieved still, then the training is not effective. Probably that will be one of customer comments, and you will see the customer feedback coming in from the same particular people. who are-
Great. What else? With all those things, you are all talking to a large extent, actually. But as I said, you have to submit a dossier to the board of directors. It's a professional dossier. With a lot of information in a professional manner. You need some economics. Sorry?
Evaluation reports.
Yeah, you need a training evaluation. How do you proceed? You need some economics. You need some model. Okay. Go through that. Kirkpatrick's training evaluation. KARK. Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick. KIRK. Kirkpatrick. Training evaluation. We got it? Four model?
Reaction learning.
Yeah. All online student have got that model? Kirkpatrick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Read that model and interpret, then it can help you. Simple forward, right? Is it covering all that whatever you're talking? Or much more than that? That's why I always say you have to learn models, frameworks. But do you think that this can help you to save your skin by submitting a professional report? It will or not? Is it comprehensive? Now, how will you use it? Reaction. First, what is the reaction report? You conducted 200 programs. You taken a feedback. Liked it, not liked it. Summarized it. So we conducted 200 program. This is the feedback, this is the reaction. Correct? That could be one way of presenting. I conducted 200 middle load program, 100 senior level program, and 200 on the spot program. And this is the feedback recorded, received, given in election one. Right? Which covers all markets. What is the next one? Learning. How will you prove it? You can gather from all the line managers. As the customer confidence improve, as the attrition is come down, as the breakdown is come down. Learning could be learning, and the other one is what is that? Pre and post. It can go pre and post. It can go together. Then how it impacted, and finally how it impacted in terms of finance. Each division. Is it possible or not possible? Second, what is the third one? Behavior, interpersonal skill, fighting, finance guy fighting with HR guy fighting with the marketing guy, or union relationship. Has all the problems at level improved? How the people behaving in the meeting? Are they respecting, restraining? You know, all those things, it's little difficult to catch, but you are consciously you are catching, you'll be able to catch up. So, to large extent, you will be able to catch the reaction level, output in the sense, the output result is that's major. Your attention is coming, your productivity is gone down, your wastage is come down, your people's happiness has gone down. All those things could be directly, indirectly linked to the training. So, if such kind of report is given, anybody will accept it. So, you have to have a model. So, basically, we talk about two models. Sheffield model for approaching the training, diagnosis, prescription, implementation, evaluation. The second model is that you training evaluation model, fit practice model for reaction, behavior, learning, output. Now, there is one more recent trend which is being very good, which is called OD approach of organizational development approach to training. Okay, which is becoming a big days coming up. And because it's based on more psychological inputs. Now, what is this training? Same biobalance, night shift, machines more breakdown, more wastage, more valuable raw material are wasted. Okay, how will you do it? One way is normally the next day meeting we will discuss with faculty. No, we cannot do that. And what we'll do next is we will suspend charge it production engineer or manufacturing engineer or wanting to be VP president about this. You know what happened? Right now. I'm giving an example. See now. Yeah. Yesterday night it happened. Valuable APA, pharmaceutical ingredients. Yesterday night, machine breakdown, productivity is come down, cost has been really messed up. We'll probably get into audit by the American guys very badly. Selling in Europe and now will be rejected. What will you do? What will you do? Tell me. What normally takes place in India? Every time we have cross functioning. This will be a very hot topic. First thing we do. What will you do? First thing is, if not sacking to VC also. The production engineer or the manufacturing chemist. It will be called on the plant, that will be called explanation, making the life miserable, go for suspending or making them say, I don't want. This is one language. Authoritative, control-oriented approach. What OD says is different. Development, consultative, training approach. Now, what do you do in this approach? This is becoming picking up very well. I wish it does much more than what it should. It can solve a lot of problems scientifically, nicely with normal food. First approach I told you, right? Same scenario. Second approach, how can you do? It's more of a psychological approach, an action research approach. That is called action research, consultative development approach. Okay. What the approach is called? Consultative action research. Consultative action-based research development approach, not a control approach. HR guy, you learn more. All HR guys are doing good at OD. OD, lot of big jobs are coming, will come up much more. In fact, HR guys cannot be HR, top level HR. Otherwise, they are simple administrators. You know, they call it one of the days, you recruit a colonel, somebody strict in weight and discipline, right? You must have about it. That approach may not hold. Okay, but somewhere. In most of the industries, they recruit, make a discipline, control all. So how will you do it? When I say that the paradigm shift from here to here, how can you do it? Then,
Analyzing the loss.
good. Good. Now the problem happened. Is it due to only the manufacturing engineer and the production engineer's part? It could be many reasons, right? And you are unnecessarily could be his reason also. It could be many other reasons. Like for example, the raw material that patch itself was not a good raw material. Machine, because of that machine. Okay. One. Two, because of the night shift, the technical machine is taken more lead. Local function. Still, you cannot provide adequate people to manage the body. Could be many reasons, right? Not that exactly the production engineer or manufacturing engineer. So, and plus, how do you ensure that it doesn't repeat? Or how you are all careful? So, the OD approach says, first of all, you define the problem. The OD approach starts with the problem statement, problem definition. Then what it says, what it says, clients. Who are the clients here? Problem statement, problem analysis. We try to understand the problem in a scientific manner, in a research manner. That's why I call action research. Now, who are the clients? Production engineer, manufacturing chemist, supply chain manager, HR manager, factory manager. There could be some 20 guys involved in that. Few workers themselves. Union leader. Sometimes union leaders are more effective. I've seen in factories, big engineers cannot come up with the problems. I had a problem 15 years back. One of the very important turbine part. My the chief engineer last. No, I cannot do anything that's important. It takes weeks. I can do that. One of the machinists, yes, sir, no, sir, we'll do some jugaad. You get it. We've done it. So you cannot undermine you don't see union people only in the bad sense. You don't see the workers, still the people working there in the bad sense. That's what I said psychological link them. So they all become client. A group of people, the HR guy, the production, the manufacturing, the supply chain, raw material guy, store guy, union people, the guys, they become the client. Now there has to be OD consultant, who is an unbiased guy, who is trying to probe the problem. Not here to find fault and give punishment. That is charges. If you are charging, suspension, inquiry, pending, that's different. Here, this guy is psychologically trying to find. So the OD consultant can be from inside, provided he's got that kind of knowledge in the course, or somebody from outside. So that guy does. He gets introduced. OD gets introduced, then the top management is out. They are not supposed to come here. Because the more they come here, you will get biased, right? So this guy will try to analyze from the only the problems. Right? When people he helps the OD consultant will not give any solution. He will not define the problem. He will not give solution. He has to restrain himself. He will enable them by giving the process. So first he tells them, identify the problem. The problem is this. identified what could have led to that problem. Right, the way we write down, they list down 20. Right, mechanics comes out, the raw material, this batch, that batch is not good, or whatever, we list down. Then he encourages them, can you out of 20, can you eliminate? Come down to 5, 10. Then those people are able to, they are empowered, they are charged. They have been given power to think and solve a problem. So these people are, who can give better solution than these people? Nobody else, not the top management, not the external consultant will come and not be able to understand. So these people list out the problem, identification of the employee. Then with encouragement, they'll reduce some that come down to 50. Okay. At that time, it may be given training. Maybe the guy says that some of the tutors are not understanding the importance of teamwork. People don't know that. Or the supply chain manager only understanding supply quantity, not worried about quality. Give that case some kind of training and session. Or the plant VP try to give you some training. So don't go 1 year of challenging suspension. Be close to people, be human, improve your conceptual skill and in the human skill, not your technical skill. Most of the flexible planting are not, they become technical there. When you reach a top level, there are 3 competencies: technical functional competency, conceptual competency, human competency. This guy should be more on this, not this one. He doesn't know about bolts and nuts. You know simple about the business, but this guy cannot help it. He has been promoted from that level in the past. Now it's different. In the past, he never studied management. He's an engineer or a pharmacist or a technologist, whatever. So he doesn't know management. He doesn't know psychology. Today it changed. People are arguing. So this guy will not work in that. So he is also to do that. So the training takes place that way. Then we make those people only to implement. Okay, now you do. When they implement it, they see 80-90% problem is seen. Or if it is not seen, again you get a chance to diagnose it scientifically. Then you freeze it. So the word is called unfreeze, freeze, refreeze. The psychological word, by given by quote, when it K, you have to put living, LEWIN. No, unfreeze the problem. Unfreeze means you don't get into boggle down. You be open. And then freeze it. With problem analysis, this is an analysis, solution. This is what I told you, PhD teachers. This is what I used as a CEO. And I think most of the CEO need this approach, right? What we are trying to teach through, not only CEO, anybody at the leadership. If you have this approach, any problem can be solved. Even though you know possible reason, but don't jump in. So then you, by doing that, what will happen? They are involved, they are committed, they are motivated. This problem will not be repeated. Correct? In the first scenario, what will you do? It's a threat and fear. To terminate people, you shoot target in the morning and all this. That is not solving the problem. So now this OD approach is picking up a lot. Long back, 30 years back, there is one real Maheshwari for BO6 come and started this concept in Hyderabad. Center for OD means pick up big. Though it's come up with all, it's not a new concept, but the industry didn't percolate down to that level. Okay, we come up with a big bang of this, but it didn't really go to that level. But now the industry guys are started having a post general manager OD, vice president OD, all those kind of things. So to me, the OD based training is nothing but diagnostic, development oriented, action research oriented, problem solving oriented, then giving a training by themselves. The so-called people, they only define the problem. You help them to define the problem. Help them by giving education and training wherever they need it in the process of problem definition or decision making, and allow them to take a decision, implement and fix it. Then, this is the latest training which is picking up, which all of you should. So, what are the training? Training for induction, training for orientation, training for improvement of your knowledge, training for leadership training, training for strategic training, training for OD. You know, there could be different types of it. But which industry, where, how it needs, again a strategy. No copy paste. So all those things seem simple, provided you think conceptually correct. If you still believe copy paste, your time, money, energy will go once each one of us will keep cheap. Clear? So your training part is clear, remaining thing go through the slides. So your training lesson is also over to. So, oh yeah.
Now, for example, in the organization, they have given a training, for example, on attrition. So now how, they have to present the assessment of that training to the top management. So how do they represent in the whole level, like the reaction?
Listen. If you reduce the attrition which was 25%, the industry rate is 20%, you increase to 50%. That would be one simple reason to be proud of. Right? It's a quantifiable one. It comes under result part.
So now it means any training is not to be of the 4 levels. It can be in any one. How it has to be in all 4 levels.
No, it need not be in all 4. It should be addressing anyone. Huh? Or you are evaluating the training, all 3, all 2, or anyone. Some programs you can assess only through reaction. But it should finally give some substantial coverage of all 4, right? At the end of the day, you cannot take, you yourself don't take training for granted. You yourself should be able to say at the end of the day, I use the money, I impacted, I reduce the attrition, I improve the competency of people, I improve the mindset of people, I improve them to come with work with a new technology, new process. Instead of recruiting people with a high cost and creating problem, I retrain my own people. And people within, they can look for me. Where are the training guys who can solve the problem? Then you have a long list. Otherwise, you have only,
Sorry. Would there be any reversal?
in training.
Not in training actually, but in case of HR management, like when see everybody knows that technology is changing or what are reasons. So it was the training guys have been many other resources have been created for what eligible and after they got upskilled and couple of years training for working at training. I mean they will leave the company
Because of the training.
yeah because of
So it's good answer is first. This has been debated a lot. What you are asking now, debated at high level. The conclusion through high level people again, I don't mind using people rather than having 8 people, useless people who cannot handle. I train 10 people. It's called investment based HR and the system. Out of 10, I know 3, 4 likely to go, let them go and use it. Actually, the 6 people are more productive. If I take the other stance, they will go, so I don't want to train them more. I'm going to be losing more. I'm getting my point. Have I answered your question or not?
yeah.
This has come a lot with it. That is why they come up with the concept called investment based HR. In sense of investing means there are risks. When you say investment means there are risks. Investment doesn't mean that investment is only profit flow, right? That procedure will be there, but even after he says no, there are some high level technology people. So, okay, like for example, like where I was there in IF, I was the director. One of my associate director was sent to Harvard for 3 years continuous study. Every year she used to go 2 months for studies. Harvard, she's come back. There was all possibility with the Harvard certificate. Suppose in my case it comes, I went and studied in Harvard. The market will go. I can go. But management cannot think in that time. Like right now, our chairman told our team that why don't we go on the best school in Singapore? Here is a go spend time, learn and come back and you can go both ways, right? Nowadays, a networking one. We go there, Probably they take us. Or we take them. Anything, you know.
There is always a risk.
So, but can you avoid not taking that risk?
The mind should be mindset.
We want
should be
more
growth.
talent, more capital, more human capital, more talent. Huh? And that I should be ready to take a risk.
A businessman should have a growth.
Businessman is already taking a risk.
Yeah. So because he has a growth mindset, that Dean will go study and come.
Come
If
back
he starts thinking in that way, then
in that way.
yeah. Totally different how a CEO thinks.
Industry all over the place. Yes, people go and find out some new technologies, investor technologies. Like I remember when the pollution was getting a big issue, I'm talking about 85, 90. Investing on a pollution technology was very expensive. Okay, I'm talking about exactly 1990. All the distilleries were polluting heavily. Government was coming up gradually. That you have to treat it, otherwise you will not tolerate it. Okay. Then the company people who are willing to invest, but they didn't know how to go. So which technology invest, it may not be true. What they did, all the distilleries put together a joint together and invest out in one distillery joint. Okay, let's see this technology. Then we copy. So this kind of risk you have even today when you go for technology. ERP also. How many ERPs works from? Even here there was another. Everything they are trying to switch over to the ERP. Now I'm not hearing that ERP. So last test, I don't know if people are other people. Last semester I was seeing they were graduating from LMS to ERP.
So they gave it to ERP.
ERP, no? Now again it's on the LMS or ERP?
ERP is also implemented.
Implemented. But more working on LMS.
That's really
More on LMS. Because I just know in the break I uploaded your second assembly in LMS. Correct. Yeah. Anything you take up for good reason. It may afford, it may not. Even that way, when we are appointing pieces, sharing is right, from the employee points of view,
I have no rotten language in my team.
I mean, whatever their recruitment system selected and done it, still they are respecting you, believing you, right? You don't know that. Okay, guys, all done? So next assignment, what is the date today? By the time next class is the next assignment.
So regarding assignment, we have to do some job analysis, job description, job specification, how directly we can start KIA and KPI.
That is what I given direction to you. I explained to you. You know, writing you see numbers, it will come out clear. During the break, I will attend it.
We just have to write it and upload in the LMS.
Let that be. We will avoid because we will time. We will avoid percentage, right? Only because then I will not have class. Unless you guys want to teach them. How many classes left of 2 more? 3. It is coming weekend onwards, right? And then- So you want to teach me and I have to teach you.
We are happy to listen to you.
Small place, so you can do it. All these things are relevant. So I said, thank you.
Flag and one arm like this, the background. For everything. Right. Icons, that is.
No, exactly.
Yes.
After that, you just
So how to get them?
grab laptop, your laptop.
Laptop, yeah. Ramya, we have presentation laptop. We can connect it now. We'll connect. We can connect there.